Hey guys, so we are going to be still multiplying decimals. Y'all are going to be real good at this by the time things are said and done. So it says on your worksheet today, if you look at page 255, it says to draw a model and find the product. I don't want you guys drawing the model. We don't need to use the model. I just want you to use the standard algorithm like we have it. So the only thing different with today is you've got a 2-digit whole number instead of a 1-digit. So I'm going to go over a few problems with you guys just so you can remember how to multiply correctly. So if I have 27 times 8.3, let's, hold on one second. Let me make sure something real quick. All right, so if I have 27 times 8.3, so before I even stack these, I want to take that decimal out, because when I take that decimal out, this number will become the bigger number, and it needs to be on top. Okay, because if I left a decimal in and stacked them, I would have put this one on the bottom. But I want to go ahead and take that decimal out and stack them. So that's going to give me 83 times 27. Okay. So now I'm going to multiply like normal. 7 times 3, 7, 14, 21. So my 1 goes here, my 2 goes here. 7 times 8 is 56, plus 2 is 58. Okay, we have multiplied every number except the 2 by 7. So now I can mark out my 7, erase or mark out my 2, and add a 0 as a placeholder. Now I can move over to the 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 8 is 16. So now I'm going to add these two numbers up. 8 plus 6 is 14. 5 plus 1 plus 6 is 12. 1 plus 1 is 2. So I've got 2,241. Is that right? Almost. Now I need to count how many digits are to the right of my decimal by circling them. I only have 1. So if my decimal is here, right, I've got my decimal here, what I need to do is move that baby 1 space over here. So that will give me 224 and 1/10. So 27 times 8 and 3/10 is 224 and 1/10. Okay, let's do one more. Let's see, if I have 18 times 8.7. So I'm going to take the decimal out before I stack it, because like I said, if I just stack it now, I'm going to put this 8 on the 0.7 on the bottom, and that's going to mess me up because I'm taking the decimal out. So I'm going to take the decimal out. So that will be 87, so it will go on top. 87 times 18. Now I'm going to multiply like normal. 8 times 7 is 56. My 6 goes here. I carry my 5. 8 times 8 is 64. Plus 5 is 69. I don't have anywhere to carry my 6, so it just stays down here. So 696. All right, so I multiplied by 8. So I'm done with my 8. I'm going to mark out my 5 or erase it and add a 0 as a placeholder. That's important. Done with your 8, mark out the numbers that you carried, add a 0 as your placeholder. Now I'm going to move over to the 1. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 8 is 8. And now I can add these. That's going to give me 6. 9 plus 7 is 16. 8 plus 6 is 14. Plus 1 is 15. So that gives me 1,566. I need to count how many digits are to the right of my decimal by circling them. I've got 1. So my decimal is here. So I'm going to move it there. and that will give me 156 and 6/10. Okay, so I'm just going to remind you of your steps. I know you've probably heard these a million times on these videos, but your first step is to take out the decimal. Make sure you're putting the bigger number on top after you take out that decimal. So you need to take out your decimal first, and then you need to stack them up like this. My bigger number goes on top, my smaller number goes on the bottom. I'm going to multiply like usual. Don't forget to add a 0 as your placeholder when you move over to this 1. And then when I get my answers, I add them together. That's the standard algorithm of multiplication. When you get just a full number, like when I got 1,566, my decimal is here because with every whole number, it's really 1,566.0. So, and then I'm going to come up here, count how many digits are to the right of my decimal, circle them. I only had 1 to circle, so I'll take that decimal and move it to the left 1 time. And then that gave me the answer of 156 and 6/10. Okay. That will be all for today. So you guys are going to do page 255. Like I said, you do not need to draw a model. All right, thank you. Let me turn my computer around. Okay. Now let me find where I can stop sharing. Here it is. All right, thanks.